Down. Set.
Andrew McMeekin of Princeton wins the opening faceoff and does so against Charlottesville native Tyler Spano. Here comes Chad Palumbo. He's got a short stick matchup. The skip pass to the wide side. Wade puts one on Cage, and Richard Deli, who was 67% in the semis, comes up with his first save. Bit of a muggy day. We've had weather all weekend. Angrick, a fifth year. Now Wilma Harris, 3 assists in the semis, turns the corner and scores. The senior from Chicago lights the matchstick in this championship game.
Notre Dame defense is a slide. It's a double team and recovery system. They'll support matchups on the perimeter, and their goal is to force weak shots. And you see at the point of contact, a lot of friction. Nate Switzenberg ties up the shooter.
But Harris has become an alpha. Green light. Former high school attackman back in his natural habitat. 1 goal and 3 assists in the semifinals. So confident in terms of owning one-on-one matchups.
Don't move, set.
The Irish 11-0 when scoring first. Native son Spano wins the faceoff, fires on goal, and Croddick makes his first save. 42 goals as a unit. Here's Jake Vanna. He had 3 in the semis. Now Palumbo, a lefty, driven to his right. Richard Deli goes low, comes up with the save. Here's Luke Miller, Notre Dame's leading goal scorer. Miller defended by Finn Fox. It pops to Yago. Yago gives the Irish a 2-0 lead.
It means just a little bit more on Memorial Day when 2 teams are left standing. Spano, the face-off specialist, he gets crushed on one end, but the Irish, in the relentless approach, the sellout by the freshman Uliano, gives Yago and company a beautiful look.
Yago in the slot area, that's not his natural habitat, but he catches that, and the key there is how he uses his feet and keeps moving and finds the soft spot and then pings a corner.
They can leave South Bend with Irish lacrosse as a dynasty. Here's Matt Jeffrey. He's been hard to defend. Jeffrey through the landlocked navel of the defense. 3-0 Golden Domers.
Defensive communication is so critical on the perimeter when you're dealing with a speed merchant like Matt Jeffrey. You'll see 28 in white. Jack Stahl just hesitant to double team, and that opens up a seam, and Jeffrey makes you pay.
When you talk to Matthew Jeffrey, you ask him about his football experience as a wide receiver. It's the first step. It's the little jab into the grass that gives him that separation. And then the patience to hold the slide of Princeton's defense, and then he cashes in.
A lot of contact. Wade trying to get free. Wade feeding inside. That got away. Kabiri saves it. Kabiri kick save. Richard Deli.
Beat Notre Dame twice using that similar offensive strategy. Wing dodges, kick it through X behind, or start in the invert set from behind to front.
There's a look for Palumbo. And Princeton is on the board.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered for Princeton.
Jam it inside. That's one of Princeton's strengths because of the slick sticks. These guys catch everything in traffic. If Kabiri's being blanketed by Sean Light, find another way to attack from behind. This time it's Parker Reynolds, the freshman, a midfielder, playing Mr. Assister to the finisher, Chad Palumbo.
And East Lacrosse is different from any other sport. In soccer, you can't attack from behind the net. In basketball, you can't. No other sport allows the offense to turn the heads of the defender and the goalie.
Watch the chemistry between Kabiri and Burns. They've played together since high school. Palumbo feeding inside, shot and a score. The sophomore from Portland, Oregon, Porter Malkiel, part of that vaunted second midfield.
Employ the pick game. Malkiel can't miss, but if you're Princeton, Notre Dame is fine switching. You get the eyes of the defense, Quint.
The second midfield for Princeton has been money in the bank in the postseason. Things are heating up in Charlottesville. Why don't you stay for a while?
For Notre Dame.
Not if Craddock gets hot. That's the matchup.
It goes back to Notre Dame with a loose ball foul. The shot by Behrman is stopped by Craddock. Notre Dame scored the first three, 2 straight from the Tigers. Here comes Burns. He's got a short stick matchup, plays it to Kabiri. Palumbo has had a hand in all 3 for the Tigers, and we're all even at 3.
Ouch!
That is why they call it execution. Wing dodge by Burns, draws the double team, kick it to X, attack the weak side. Ball reversal, perfection.
All it took was 3 steps by Chad Palumbo. The instincts to understand where the ball was moving.
Wade against Reinhardt. Steered down the alley. Wade rolls back to his right. Fires low. There's the save. And now the call. And there's 3 different degrees. It's indirect, direct, and flagrant. And depending on where the officials settle in on, that'll determine the severity of time served.
At a minimum, that is direct.
Direct
in 2
contact
minutes.
to the head. I think it's a 2-minute non-releasable foul.
I would agree.
Notre Dame packs it in tight. They lean on Thomas Richardelli between the pipes.
Richardelli got his stick on it. That's another shot clock reset. Feet in front, Burns! Doorstep denial, Richardelli again. Notre Dame has it, 7 on the shot clock, 10 seconds on the game clock.
Zone defense.
Miller around the bend, Craddock eats it up. One more chance, and Richardelli is there.
Jack Stahl, 28 and white, with the signature matchup against Josh Yago.
Yago against Stahl. Stahl, the Ivy League Defender of the Year, and Craddock comes up with save number 4. But he has 37 goals, which is a big-time number for a midfielder. Burns snakes inside and scores! A little alchemy from Colin Burns.
Kark, you talked about the pick game earlier. This is a great example of setting a pick and then slipping it when the matchup is changed. Watch the switch right there. You kick it, Burns does the rest.
A lot of times, you've only done half your job when you employ the pick. It's time to slip and find space. All the eyes are on the switch. Burns knows, activate the pick, slip upfield to increase his angle. And that's the second ridiculous goal on the weekend by Colin Burns.
Barbecue Burns, nicknamed by a club coach when he was a youth. A flying twister? Are you kidding me?
He put some hot sauce on that one. McMeekin, make it, take it, turn and rake it. Princeton all season long has had a knack for these runs. They're in the midst of a 5-0 run as we speak.
We've seen it firsthand, Anish. Up in the Ivy League Championship. No lead is safe. 5 straight. And McMeekin is not your average face-off guy when he wins the draw.
Notre Dame crashed their wings. Just too soft on McMeekin. Light gives him too much real estate. The body contact is there, but it's about 2 yards or 3 yards too shy.
This guy can't miss.
14 of 22 shooting. Malkiel draws the slide. Princeton dangerous when they move the ball. Flag down. Palumbo. Kabiri gets top side, and Princeton will go man up.
Corrigan is going to lose it. This has happened now 4 times in the last 2 games.
I don't see any additional right there.
I don't either. Oh, it's on the slide. We saw the shot on Kabiri. That one is different. All our eyes were on Kabiri, or Burns, sorry.
Kabiri surveys from up top. Feeds the wing. Gets it back from Dunphy. From the outside, Palumbo unleashes a Hadouken. It's his third goal of this opening half.
You cannot allow Chad Palumbo to have the giddy up. Quint is talking about Notre Dame's defense packed in. They are packed in. He hesitates here for a second. No one's going to pick me up. It's a shooting gallery to the offside low spot of Ricciardelli.
Dunphy sets a seal against the Notre Dame perimeter defender, but watch this view.
Wade gets free as it's stick checked away by Light. Ball on the ground, picked up by Will Gallagher. Errant pass on the clear. Here comes Reynolds. Fires a rocket. Ricciardelli, the veto. Palumbo on the rebound. Another save.
Wow.
Ricciardelli single-handedly keeping the Irish in this game. Palumbo gets rocked to the ground.
Madelon was 20 yards on the field on that ground ball calling for timeout. The refs couldn't hear him.
Said the shot clock of life was right in front of him.
Yeah. Kabiri, McDonald, that got a piece. Toward the heavens, bouncing toward the sideline, dying. Giuliano looked like he had it momentarily. That's a big ground ball for Notre Dame.
And then you want to pass to the inside or the weak side.
Here is Yago, shot blocked.
That was a good look.
Great look.
Lally poked it out of bounds, the freshman. Ricciardelli with 11 saves in this opening half for Notre Dame. Dunphy looking for help. Now he's got a shorty. Reinhardt falls down. Dunphy makes him pay. 7 unanswered for the charging Tigers.
I love this kid. Salt and pepper shaker, cradling, choppy footwork. And he has been a party starter all season long.
He's a lot bigger and stronger in person, but the feet are his secret sauce, and he absolutely dusts the Notre Dame defender. Watch here right there. It's not just the foot, it's the shoulder. He sells upfield so hard. And
had his first goal of the tournament in the semis. Came on in the second half of the year. He enrolled early to Notre Dame. There's a shot. There's Chronic.
All day.
The brick wall.
All day.
Wade, right hand free, fires on the run. Tucker Wade is on the board. It's an 8-0 run for Princeton.
Ryan Croddick, the big righty out of New Jersey. Steady Eddie, don't overthink it. So relaxed. Playing his angles, he goes down to his knees, but the stick stays high.
Tucker Wade was 0 for his first sticks, but shooters shoot. And he could care less who was defending him, what happened in the first quarter. This is a guy with a dodge first mentality.
Princeton 5 of 12 shooting. Notre Dame 0 for 3.
Yeah, Z-line, Tope, Z-line.
Possessions have not come easily for the Irish. Princeton mauling the Irish. That's Vanna. There's the second midfield again. It's 9-3.
Desperation mode for the Irish. First it's shake of Dunphy, speed of Wade, the diesel truck of Vanna.
I'm extremely impressed with the schematics that I've seen from Princeton. Jimmy Mitchell, their offensive coordinator, Jeremy Hirsch, their DC. They've had a clear-cut plan, and what they're doing is working. You invert, you attack from behind the net, the double team doesn't come, and with a level change, you turn and rake.
If he didn't come to play, this game would be a complete blowout.
Wade off the pipe, shot clock reset, rebound, empty net goal, Kabiri. Oh, it's all clicking for Princeton. 10 unanswered.
Looking for the early knockout. Watch the ricochet. Quick reaction. Kabiri has the mental ability to process and make quick decisions, whether he's the quarterback behind the net, wingman in transition, flurries like that. His brain is his greatest superpower.
And Matt Madelon told us they did it against excellent competition. And for Notre Dame to get back into the game, you still have to solve Chronic.
How'd that not go in?
All the bounces going the Tigers' way. That's a 1-on-3 ground ball that Princeton just won. Final 30 seconds. Here comes Miller. He's a threat in transition.
Nothing crazy. Clock and score awareness.
He doesn't care. Palumbo does not care.
Palumbo's got 3. Make it 4. Chad Palumbo. A sneer of cold command to put an exclamation point on a dominant second quarter.
What did I say about Palumbo and Wade? Could care less how many shots they missed. Clock and score. Palumbo told us at the Ivy League Championship, it's all about relentless rage. That dodge had complete rage in it.
Look at him wiggle his hips and his shoulders to get underneath that defensive check.
Back in 1983, that was the first championship for the Orange. There's Matt Jeffrey. Draws the slide, finds Angrick, ball on the ground. Angrick stays with it and scores. Senior to senior.
You better dig in if you're Ryan Craddock in this Tiger defense, because a wave of emotion. Who knows what the locker room was like for Notre Dame at halftime at a national championship game. And they come out and capitalize just on a greasy goal by Angrick.
Let's see if they can drum up some possession with the freshman Diaz Matos.
Here's the first midfield for Princeton. A team that has 16 wins, a single season program record. Reynolds down the alley, easy save for Ricciardelli.
Princeton opening up in a man-to-man defense.
Notre Dame using the sub game. Crease feed. Luke Miller. Oh, what a save by Craddock.
They're not rotating that pole. He's been up at Wade and then the second midfield, Vanna.
This second midfield, the most productive unit in college lacrosse. Palumbo off the crossbar and he goes down. Shot clock inside of 20. Yago again.
You're not
Likes
going
to operate from the wing.
You got to step into a seam and kick it.
10 on the shot clock. Angrick shrugs off a double. Back-to-back goals for Angrick. It's 11-5.
You're talking about attacking a seam. As a Dodger, once you go from one defender to the next, there's that gray area where you could find your hands and let it rip. Will Angrick attacks this seam.
Between the two defenders, this is a guy, now a grad student, tore his ACL back in 2023. Had some production in the 24 final against Maryland.
Palumbo with 4 goals. Trying to shake free of Switzenberg. Kabiri orchestrates from up top. Against the shorty Bergen. Spin cycle, feed to Burns. Those two have been playing since their high school days. Kabiri to Burns. Like and subscribe.
Nate Kabiri is a Tewaaraton finalist, one of the top 5. This play shows you why he's a super dangerous offensive player.
Heads up right after the roll, knowing that if he has a step on his defender, the short stick is going to attract a quick slide. He knows that. Burns follows that slide.
Light, the best defender in the country, all over Kabiri. Light matching feet.
Really nice by Sean Light.
And the Notre Dame faithful appreciates the stick work and the footwork. Burns shot, body save, Ricciardelli. And it's been a weapon. It took Notre Dame out of its offensive rhythm in the first half. Faison from the outside, bar down, Dylan Faison.
This is what you call a zone buster. Let's listen to this in real time. Dylan Faison should be in high school, graduated early to make a run at a national title. Pounds the upper corner. Sometimes youth could care less about a big moment. 14 in blue. Smelling the back of the net.
This is where Notre Dame did its damage in the semis. Seymour, outside hammer. Croddick goes low for his 9th save.
That's a super important save, Anish. On the man down unit.
Wade puts it on Cage. Ooh, Richard Deli the save. Notre Dame still has 15 seconds on the man up. Irish with numbers. Alakwa, he had a goal in the quarterfinal. Miller from the wing, and he puts it through. The South Bend shovel slayer, Luke Miller, with his team leading 34th.
I said it earlier. Richard Deli gives you life. And when you're Princeton and you have these aggressive players like Palumbo and Wade, it's always green light. But Richard Deli with a stop, a timely one.
Off the plastic at the other end. It's Miller time.
Notre Dame opened the game on a 3-0 run. Princeton responded with 11 straight. 4-1 Irish in the third. Palumbo's got 4 goals to the right hand. Feeds the crease. Dunphy missed a bunny. Kabiri against Light. It's been the matchup. Kabiri with 3 assists.
Use the reset if you're Princeton.
Reynolds, Burns, yes sir! The cross crease feed, Reynolds to Burns, and it's 13-7.
I'm listening to Quint say, use the reset. And I would agree with you, but that's not in their mentality. They want to go for broke. Every single time this team has the ball on offense, they are thinking, crashing the net and being aggressive.
What matters here is they're attacking this Notre Dame very stout defense from behind the net. You see the poor slide by Will Gallagher, 47 in blue. Steps towards, look at 47 in front, and then you got to turn and rake.
Entered the championship game with 16 goals, 17 assists. He's got a couple of helpers today. Croddick comes up with another stop.
Clean.
Notre Dame making a play in the middle of the field. Here's Faison.
Man-to-man defense from Princeton again.
Lally, the freshman, spinning against Spees. Spees stays with the matchup. Now Faison. There's that great first step. Faison threw it right to Croddick.
Back to zone.
Harris and Miller play catch. Croddick got a piece of that. Still 2 seconds left. Here's a shot from behind the back. No. Awfully close. Maharis. Dunphy sizes up Reinhardt. Uses the pick from Burns.
Bottom up, X here, Rhino, X here.
Dunphy's got a good initial step. To Wade, bounce shot. Richard Deli got a piece.
It's an incredible save.
Oh, yes.
Reverses on Alakwa. Alakwa slips. Reynolds to Dunphy in traffic. Loose ball. Bodies flying. Comes back to Princeton. Here's Wade going low. Richard Deli cancels him at the cage.
If they can step their level up here, that would greatly benefit Notre Dame. They've been quiet from the attack.
Yago puts a spin move on Stahl, and Yago bangs it home. Croddick pointed to himself, said that was on me.
Captain America has found a new gear in the postseason. Deceptively fast for his size. Takes that extra step to greatness. I think Croddick wanted the adjacent slide.
Yeah.
I love how tight Yago was to the crease, forcing Stahl to think of the back iron and not knowing where his location is. Stahl has to jump the iron.
Became teammates. Both have credited each other for helping the players themselves become better. Wade with a hammer. Richard Deli didn't have a chance. That was the 50th shot of the game by Princeton.
Some players shoot the ball really fast. Some shoot hard. Tucker Wade shoots the ball hard. Like he makes you feel it as he's staring down Richard Deli. Look at the location of that shot. Right in the bottom corner, offside. The first team All-American. I think the best midi in the land. Hitting it.
Notre Dame doubles the ball carrier. The second slide from Sean Light is late.
And the last 2 games he's been that. Using the sub game. Majerus out of the box to Angrick, over to the wing. Low shot, turned away. There's Croddick.
These goalies are ridiculous.
Working against that zone. Jeffrey, face dodge, shot blocked by Spees.
How many times have we seen knockdown passes, players jumping in front of shots? This Princeton defense is rabid.
Championship ground ball. Jeffrey had it momentarily. Shot clock still rolling since possession hasn't been established. Kistler comes up with it, the senior captain out of California. Transition opportunity. Here's Miller. Miller all the way, and he scores! And that may have put a dagger into Notre Dame.
Relentless effort on the defensive end. We talk about this offense a ton in Princeton. They can light it up. But it's the defense today that's been suffocating, using every inch of their bodies to give Cooper Miller and Princeton reason to believe a title is on the back end.
Finley to Alakwa. Alakwa, step down. Chronic eats it up. Princeton led by 8 at halftime. Notre Dame got it down to 5. The lead's now 7. And it goes right back to Princeton. They'll set up their clear. Dana, a moment ago, we spoke about lacrosse being a medicine game. It's certainly a medicine game for Princeton goalie Ryan Croddick.
Yeah, for Ryan Croddick. With the empty goal save. For Ryan Croddick, he's playing for something much bigger than himself. He's the calming force for this Princeton team, but his calming force is his dad, John, who's been battling for 8 years with ALS. John couldn't be here this afternoon. I know he's watching from home. Dad, you should be really proud of your son, Ryan.
On the verge of a 17-2 season. The 16 wins, already a school record for one season. Man up for Notre Dame, and a chance here for Behrman, who puts one through for the Irish. You think of what they've done, too, against the ACC, a league that put 3 teams into championship weekend. They beat North Carolina. They beat Syracuse. They beat Duke in the semis. They're about to beat Notre Dame in the championship, and they're doing it at Virginia. The Princeton section into a chorus. Vanna with an empty netter. None of us saw this kind of game coming.
Not at all. I thought neither team had the potential to blow the other one out. This is a big-time moment for Madelon.
The roar has returned. Princeton is your national champion.